Hey guys, in this video we're going to learn about n8n and how as an absolute beginner you can actually start an n8n and build your own AI agency because I am in the same path as well. So first of all, n8n is a no-code platform that you can use to build agents and automations, and it is one of the best platforms out there. Why? Because it's open source. Like the other platforms such as Zapier, they are closed source and you can't able to self-host it. n8n, you can actually use it for free just by hosting it on your solution. So it's one of the best options out there. So let's get started with the basics and let's get to know about how n8n actually works. So on the start, this is how the platform will look. But first of all, let's go to n8n Cloud. So when you go to n8n Cloud here, you can check it. The first link that comes up here, this is what you should be clicking. And when you click it, it's a clear you have already a workspace because I already have one workspace. So let's say log out and you can create an entirely new workspace. So this is already my ID, right? So click on here, start a new free trial, have your name. Let's say my name is Fanendra already. My company name, let's say I can app. Jarcom. I guess combat this. Password, just keep anything that you want. Account name, and just start a free trial. That's it. You can actually start your free trial with it. Never. You will ask some basic questions, tutorial design. It doesn't matter what other questions you fit. Then you can Google and absolutely basically you can any of the steps that you can do it here and skip it and you will have a quick guide. And this is one of my friend is amazing. Okay. The content leap of n8n is basically stocks. Yeah. Now workspace set up. So let's start automating. So you get your own here and you have 14 days of free trial for n8n. Here you can see there is 1,000 workflows that is free for the first 14 days. And like every month there is 1,000 free executions. It's not like a single task, it's an entire flow completed. That is execution. And the best part of n8n is when you're testing it, there are no flows will be consumed when you're testing it. It is only when you are actually using in production, that is when the flows get consumed. So it's very, very amazing because in other platforms such as Make or Zapier, you actually consume the credits without even in the starting itself. So this is how you actually see the platform. You have the overview, personal and shared. This is the cloud that you're having first. I will also show you, I'll also explain what self-hosted is and how you can do it as well in the upcoming of the video. So once you come here, right, we can start, you can see multiple things. For example, overview, personal, shared. It might be a lot when you're starting first, but be with me, it's very amazing once you're starting. Once come here, we can create a workflow or create from scratch. I'll just start create from the workflow. It might take a bit of time, but it rotates and will give you the workflow right. So here there are three things in n8n that you should think about. There is an editor, there is evaluation. Evaluation, the editor here actually is where you do most of your work. You will put all the elements here, combine them, make the workflows, everything. So executions, it's kind of how many times it is executed, what happened after the trigger happened, right? So it will tell you what actually happened in general. Then there is evaluation. So evaluation in the sense how it's a new thing. It's basically how you can use to test the entire thing. So it's came like yesterday or something. So the major work that you should be doing is here, and you can make the scenario active or inactive here, and you can have the entire workflow. And this here is you can have like an entire full screen zoom in. When it is zoomed out, it can zoom in, and there is clean step where you have like a messed up workflow. You click on it and automatically it will see in the entire workflow. This is very damn useful once you have like bigger workflows, right? So let's click on the first thing. So the most important thing that you should do is click Shift S. So yeah, Shift S. once you click Shift S, you will have like a note. So why you should use a note many of the times, you actually know what the workflow is. But imagine after like 6 months, 1 year, you give it to a client and there is something that's not working. You don't need to go to the entire workflow. You don't need to revise the entire workflow to learn it. If you have notes on what exactly is happening there, you can just, just solve that and you can move on with it. So like the most important step of how to use the note is, if you want to make a heading, just click on double slashes and just give it space and just write whatever you want. This is my first note, right? Just click on upside and you'll have this. Then you can have a double stars, and this is bold writing. And yeah, you need to have a double stars as well. So it actually came in bold, right? And this is normal. See? So you can click on double stars for bold. You can click on hash for the heading, and the normal you can do it, and you can have links as well. So this is how you can use the fonts for editing. You can do it, and you can even change the colors of the notes as well. So red, green, whatever you want, you can actually do it. I like the green the most, to be honest. It's very good and something that's working, and everything you can keep it as green, right? This is your first thing. It's Shift S, I think, in both Windows and PC. It's in Windows and Mac, it is Shift S. You can have the note, or you can click on left click and you can have sticky notes. So add note, add a sticky note, tidy up the flow. So yeah. So you can click on plus, or you can just click tab. So if you want, go here in the right side here, click on plus and you will see all the notes here. Or you can also click here if you want to do a shortcut, just press tab once and you will open it directly. And now let's get to what different nodes are present. So right now there are multiple nodes, like for example, how you can manage the trigger. So what is a trigger, right? Trigger is something that happens, like it's an event. Let's say if I switch on a bulb and the light glows, right? What happens? That the switch actually acts as a trigger, and in that moment of time, it is giving an output for the light. So that's trigger is something that you can use in general. Yeah, trigger is there are hundreds and different types of triggers. You can have email triggers, you can have manual triggers, and all these other things. So when you click on nodes, you will have a lot of these things. For example, you can have manual triggers on schedule. So this triggers help you schedule. There is webhooks, there is on form submissions, and there is inbuilt triggers as well. So once you click here, you can have any one of those. Let's say you select manual trigger, right? You click on this, and for example, what is a manual trigger? It is you manually clicking something and it will trigger some operation. So any of the time you need a trigger or a webhook or a scheduler to have something happen in the workflow, to actually start the workflow. Trigger is something that starts the workflow. So let's say you click on this and you click again, right? And you have many modes right now, right? You can have AI, action, Gmail, everything. So let's say the first Hello World program can be like a Gmail one. So you can have Gmail and Gmail here. At Gmail, you will search, get it. And there are insane number of things. You can label it, delete it. You can see the messages, what messages are there, everything. Get it to draft, make a draft, all the stuff. So so the best option for us to right now is send a message. So click on send a message and you will ask it with all the credentials that you have, right? So now we need to set up the credentials. So why are we doing it? So right now, if for giving the permissions to n8n to send mails in place of you. So n8n can actually send mails, receive, check the mails, label it, whatever you want with it, and you are giving the permissions for it. So let's say if you are using the cloud version, which I'm using right now, it's very simple to attach it. If you are using a self-host version, it's a bit complicated. So if you are a complete beginner, start here, because I made this mistake. I actually went to a self-hosted version and it wasted a lot of time for me when I'm starting. So like create or recommendation, you just need to sign in with Google, click here, and any account you can sign in. For example, this is like another sign in, send emails with. I select everything and continue. Yeah, basically that's it. Now, okay, that's all. And I actually got my credentials done. So you can have a message, label, thread, draft, whatever the message that you want to do. So you're having it message. I want to send it a message, right? I'm having the option send here. You can have any email. For example, let's say I just want to send it to myself, tradefunny@gmail.com, right? And I can send a message that I want, right? The message can be anything. It can be like, hey, this is our first n8n workflow. So an email can be in two types. So you can actually send a HTML code, or you can send a text message. It's easier for us to send a text message. So you can send a text message here. Text message can be here. This is the first email that we are sending. So that's it. Then you can click on here. So you get things. So here you actually see three different outputs. So the execution flow, the first here is the input. So something is coming inside. It can be a trigger. It can be anything. You can see all of the inputs here. This is the execution layer. So what is happening right now with the flow that you're working at, the exact API or tool that you're working with. You can check all this here, right? This is the output. Output gives you a sense of what's actually coming out of it. So it's very easy and intuitive. You can check everything at the same time. So it's pretty cool. And once you want to go back, you can either click here on back on canvas, or you can click anywhere other than the flow and you'll get back here, right? Similarly, you can see this, right? You click or something, you can execute a workflow and directly it will be executed. We already gave the initial details here and this thing. So let's say we just click on execute the workflow, and here what it's saying is the node is executed. So here you can have this entire thing. So this is an ID that came up, the mobile ID and the send. So there are three different schemas that you can have in the output. So this is a schema. Schema is in the sense of it will tell you the different things labeled. For example, what is the ID? Like everything that comes up, and it then automatically labels it. So there is an ID for it, there is a thread ID for it, and it's actually sent. So in the table, they have given all these things, right? And there is a JSON part. So in the JSON, there is ID labels, and the whole thing is, it is sent. That's what your output is. We already defined the things that we need here. That's the message, right? Operation is send, this thing, and first email and everything. So this is the input where it is executed because there is a workflow trigger that came in when we executed the workflow, and that's why it actually flowed too. So you can see everything here. So let's check if it went or not. So they gave a different email ID. So here it is. The email is came here. Here is the first email we are sending, and this is it, right? So you can see that this email is sent with automatically with n8n, right? You don't want to happen because n8n automatically pushes to market itself. So what do you need to do to remove this? So it's very simple. Just go to your workflow here. Just click on here and just click in here. There is an option called as, there is an options here, no properties. Click on add options, and there are a bunch of options here. There is append with n8n attribute. Just click this. What append with n8n is like plugging itself every single time you do the workflow. So directly when you remove this, they stop using it and you don't need to click any save. Just click on this, and yeah, let's click on again execute the workflow. Just execute it again. That's it. Now we will be getting another mail. This is fast, right? And hey, we're sending this. So this is a fast email that we sent. If you came here, congratulations, you finished your first workflow. Coming and showing up is a very big task. So kudos to yourself for finishing the first Hello World program for you. And it's the start. You basically know about what nodes are present, what are things happening. And we actually completed the first workflow on how you can use n8n with. Now we move to the second ones. If you have any questions, please do ask in the comments. I'll solve all of them and I'll provide the sources as well. So the next one, yeah, what I said is a best practice. Just as you have the node, right? So now I'm just making it as, this is the second node. So you can put enable hash and space. And let's make it about, hey, this is about the form. that we can fill, that our clients can fill. Okay. So this is the second one we today. So let's say there are some other things as well. Once you keep it here, you can go up and you can do the things like actions. No, this is not. Another trigger. Yes. So click on another trigger, which is in the down, and you click on form submissions. So this is where you can build your own form. Like it's very easy. You can have both test and production URLs, and it's asking for an authentication. So it can be basic or don't want any authentication right now. So it is none. And you can have like a form title. So let's say Candy has client title, right? And the form description. It's like this is a form for clients. They fill after they are closed in 6. And here right now you have no elements, similar to how Google Forms is there. You can add multiple elements. For example, let's say a field, right? So what do you fill in a form? The first thing is the name. So that's the first name. So element is text. There are multiple elements you can use here, and the placeholder is you can give anything. So I like to give Adam, and it is required or not. Yes, it is required. You got the first name and you have the required field, like, yeah, you should be filling this, and click on add form element. Then you're like, hey, after first name, let's say what the last name, right? Yeah, oh. So have it as text. The placeholder, you can write anything from and what can be, it can be like required field. You can add the form, right? You can add multiple things. You can add email, right? And you can have in the drop down, you need to select the email or this thing, right? Placeholder add anything regarding the email. For example, atc@gmail.com and require field, because those things are super required. And you have another field name. It can be around the phone number. So here numbers are pretty tricky, because if you click numbers, what happens is you can't have any other thing except numbers. There is no plus or there is no brackets anywhere. So better to have text here, and you can use this thing for the text in general, and you can have anything from +1, 514, 37683, something like this. You can give what the placeholder value should look like and required field. And that's basically it once you started filling the forms. And similar the properties as well. You come here down, append n8n. Yes, of this. You don't want it append n8n and everything is fixed. Just click it out and you have the form here. So I explained before, it's very trickier. So I just click on the keying function and it give me a very executionable flow. So here it is here, second node. And when I click here, it's there. Now I execute the flow. It automatically open a new file to test it. So let's say I can have flow, give my name, let's say Fanindra, Sherry, gmail.com. And you can have anything, super number, right? You can just click submit, the form is submitted. You can come back here and you can check it here. The output is here, whatever that we have. So I need to explain two other factors here for you guys. So the first one is the key labels and these things, how we check the output data. You can see it's my name. The schema is kind of the inputs that you get. Here you can get the fun intro, the name, the email, all the different variables that you have. The table is here in a tabular form, right? The JSON is kind of what exactly output you're getting. So the form mode test, everything, the submitted time, everything that is here. So the first option here is pin. So once you pin the data doesn't changes for anything. So imagine you need to test this flow like for like 10 times for 10 different variables. We don't need to fill the form 10 different times. Once you pin the data stays until you unpin. So it's very much easier for you to make multiple flows and have one single data to make sure that the data is pretty good. And the second thing is editing the data. So once you click on this option, which is like, uh, once you click on the pencil option here, you can edit the data here. For example, I can edit the name. It can be right Satya, right? And I can edit other things. So the rate can be from something like this to, let's say, 6 to 7. It's I can save, and it automatically saves change in my name, the date as well. And it's pinned. So it's pinned like this. So you can have the flow in general, right? So imagine you can have this and you can create a Gmail function. You can either copy this, click on this, use Command C for if you are in Mac, or badly Control C in if you are Windows. Just click Control V here, right? And you got the template. Or you can go here, click on left click, or you can copy Command C. You can duplicate the workflow as well. So duplicating exactly parameters with, so you click double click on it, you have exact Gmail account, everything here, uh exactly the same workflow. You can have it, right? You just connect this with it, and you already have these things. So once you connected the first one with the second, it's pretty simple. You just need to draw a line and connect with it, and you see the first initial things that we filled. We pinned it here. That's why we are saying this. If you don't pin the data, you can't be able to see these things. So it's already being stored there, right? The first name, the last name, the email, everything. So let's say you want to send a message to some certain person, right? Let's say I just don't want to fill this. I just want to keep it expressive. So here you have all these details here. So email, just keep it here. So exactly this Gmail is here. So it's directly when a form is filled to the exact person, we can send a mail, right? That's pretty awesome, right? So you can have a subject line, hello. You can have a subject line saying like, hello this, like hello first name, welcome to Match Teams. So you can have this. That's weird. So welcome to Magic Teams. It will show the result as hello Satya, welcome to Magic Teams, because that's the first name. So you can have the email as text. Then you can have another email. Hey, well, we can add the first name. Hey, welcome, I'm Satya. And you can add the last name. It's super easy, drag and drop, right? And once you have the message, you just click double click enters, and you can have glad to talk to you. I'm just confirming your number is, I have a number here, just clip it, drag and drop it here, and your number is this. Cheers. Have a great day. That's it. So you have a workflow that explains how you can have here. You have multiple options. We can add multiple options, sender names. We can even add CCs and the names, replies, everything as well. So just click here on execute the step, and you can see it's already been executed. Just let's go to my Gmail, right? It's already came from, hey, hello Satya, ready? Hello Satya, welcome to Magic Teams. Glad to talk to you. I'm confirming your number is this. Cheers, have a great day. So you actually automated in that email from form, right? So that is pretty cool. You started with a normal email, and you started with a form application, and you are going through an agent right now. So this is how we can start with it. So yeah, let's get me started. So this is Gmail one. So you just placed it, have like a smart one. So now let's get into the next step on how you can create an AI agent super fast. So let's click on third one. So this is the node. Now an AI agent with the family dates, right? So I'm just clicking this up, clear on this. That's pretty good. What's your favorite color? It's green. So let me put it green. And I can actually just copy this and I can paste it here. Control C, Control V. I got it here. Now I want to add NTI agent kind of thing. So let's say I just added once you click AI, agent. So you have like an AI agent here. See, you have an memory tool. So in AI agent, you have three things that you should know about. Let me do this super fast and I'll explain you the AI agent part of it. So it's very easy to have like an AI agent here. So click on the AI agent and there are three things that you need to know about AI agent. So here it is a chat model. Chat model is anything that you can keep. You can use OpenAI, Gemini, Claude, OpenCrowd. There are hundreds of different models that you can use. I actually prefer Gemini because you can start with Gemini for free. There is an amazing free tier and you can use many of the Gemini models for free. So let's click on here, click on this model, and I'll actually give the credentials later. So yeah, I'll actually give the credentials. I'll click here, create on new credentials, and you would be asked to give an API key. So what you should do is go to Google AI Studio. This is the best and free option that you can use. So click on Google AI Studio, go to Gemini API, Google AI Studio, you get like API key. I actually have, you can set up for a free tier that you can want, right? I actually have one. So Azure Teams and click on get API key here, right? And you can have multiple keys. Just set up a billing tier here and you can use it. So have an API key. I'll be choosing it. Just click here and click on the API keys here and just click on save. And that's it. It's going to be saved and that's the simplest set that you can use right now. So this is the different models that you have. So once click on here, click on Gemini and you have multiple options for Gemini. So the most important thing that you're using here, so I actually choose Gemini 2.5 Flash because it's pretty good model for summary, like all the other things that you can use for. So I really love the Gemini 2.5 Flash. I don't need thinking model for here and you can add multiple options. You can set the tokens. So tokens are things how much input the AI should give, how much input the AI should take. All these things comes under the tokens part of it. So just put the model here. So after that, you have something as here. Double click on the agent. So here you can connect the chat and for it to be working. So let's say I connect the form, right? So directly it's connected. So here you can see different things that are connected to the form. If I'm not connecting it, you don't see the input here. So this is the input that's coming from the form. This is an AI agent and you can actually connect an output to it. Let's say we actually connected a chat trigger node or something. So this is a JSON chat input that's not defined. So I'm just changing it to expression, right? And I'm keeping this is system prompt. This is a prompt for user. Let's say add a system message. So what is the difference between a prompt, source for prompt and system message? System message is something saying that you are a certain thing. For example, here I can say that you are an email assistant. You are an email assistant that helps me to write the best emails and help in making the best outputs unclear and yeah, best outputs. You can actually have that. And you can have a system message that says this is a prompt user message. So user message can be anything from, let's say, the form submissions, make an email. So for example, you need to give it a structure like email for, let's say, hey, these are the details of email, right? You can say that first name and you can literally drop the first name here. So it actually knows that this is the first name. Then let's say the last name, you can click here, drop it here. The last name is done and you can click this is email, right? And you can shop the emails, right? And you can add other things as well. This phone number and you can add the phone number. So the AI, we are actually saying the AI that, hey, these are the details that you should be knowing about. Then you can write a prompt in down. You can say that the prompt can be like this. Now, on the above, write an email for these people in this format. So you can say the format as this: a first name, last name, hope you're doing well, and hope this is the number. You can click on say the phone number and glad to talk to you. So let's check how this is working. You just click on here and you have a system prompt and you just execute the step. We already have something here and there is some problem running. Why is it? Because it may be. Hmm. So let's fix it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. So once you clicking it, you need to click on define below. So you need to define the message. The secret for this chat note trigger, it's automatically in the chat note trigger. So you need to click on define below. I made this mistake a lot of times, still made it again. So you need to click on define below and you can click on the message. I just copied pasted it and you can see all these things here. And yeah, just execute the step right now. So now you can see the output is subject following. Glad to connect with you. Hey Satyaradi, hope you're doing well and hope this is amazing and hope this is your number. Glad to talk to you. That's actually the AI reply because we asked it for a very prompt reply. So the AI can actually change different things in this. So let me connect that with a Gmail node. So here is a Gmail node that we already have. Here is a thing that's working. So back to Canvas and I'm directly connecting it to the Gmail node. And here is the output that we got. So here you can actually have the things, for example, the first name, last name. I put the Gmail here, the email. So I get direct to the reservoirs here. And for the text, I'm just keeping it here. The output of the AI agent. I'm just taking the output and keeping it here. And we can have like anything from talking to here. Now we have this. You just click on execute the step and you can see if the step is executed or not. Hey, it's executed. So you go to the Gmail and see talking to you, subject, following up, glad to connect. And you can have, hey, Satyaradi, hope you connect in, glad to connect. So right now you actually combined three different things. One is a form, one is an AI agent, and one is a Gmail node. So if you are here, it's actually pretty good that you're learning all of that stuff on spot. Learning these initial things are the hardest. On the next videos, we're going to learn code deeper on the other things, connecting different nodes, multiple AI agents, and you're going to have a lot of things that in the government. And I'm going to give all the details in the document in the description. So in that you can actually follow it through like how I did it with you. So if you have any questions on how to build an n8n on your own, please do ask. I will answer all of them and make this the best platform for us to grow. Thank you so much. Follow us on my journey. Bye.